Good afternoon. Today, I changed it up. I got, instead of mixed veggies, I got potatoes and teriyaki chicken. So, yeah, it started off really good. Then it kind of slowed down. There was like no lunch. It was kind of weird. $78. Must have got some Proposition 22 money. Yeah. $204. Still missing out on that friggin' that friggin' stipend. But hey, without the quest, it's not a big deal as much. So I don't know, man. I'm a little bit let me pause this. Okay, I believe you are working on it. However, the issue I am addressing is that I did not receive the money that I earned from the stipend. I think it shouldn't take long to fix if you can. 1. Count my hours. If you look at my trips, you will find well more than 400 plus active hours driven. 2. Then check how much I received from the stipend. You'll see that I received $613 and some change. Then 3. Just pay the remainder owed. This has gone on for weeks, and it is confusing to understand how it can take 3 weeks when this check can literally just take 15 minutes, because it took me 10 minutes to count up all the active hours I drove in that time period. That promised money was something I worked hard for, and as you can see, my ratings are through the roof. Great. Which, that was kind of weird. I don't proofread, and I should. I should proofread what I write. I only have 3 thumbs down overall, and they were not really my fault. I often get my tips raised, never lowered. I am a stellar driver. My reviews and ratings and tips all prove this. I kind of counted on that money. I have faith that you will do the checks and pay the money that I'm owed. I'm sure of it. Thank you. So it's me being tactful instead of being angry. Can you say, right? I mean, it's hard to believe they're not just trying to play me off and not pay, because it literally doesn't take that long. They don't have to make a new app. All they have to do is check it. So understandably, it's kind of vexing when it's taken weeks and I'm getting mixed answers. It makes you think that they're just trying to play off on the money and not pay you. It's useless. So don't lose your cool. Then you get deactivated. Met my 25 hours. Which is good. I got surge today. Well, not as good as I thought it was going to be. Weird. So $85 so far. I'm going to make my quota. It's kind of frustrating. I'm just going to stop really thinking about it, because it really starts to ruminate in my mind. I start getting pissed off. And then it makes you wonder how accurate, if they're having a problem tracking my hours, how accurate are they with the Prop 22, you know? Oh, man. God damn it. It gave me rice. Gave me rice. Oh well. Rice and potatoes. So, with my experience, a lot of the reasons why I got reactivated was because of how I addressed it. So you have to be tactful in a way, have to be careful. I think that's a big reason. Because I went to the green hub, and one girl there didn't even want to help me. And she basically said, oh, there's nothing you can do. And didn't want to go to the supervisor or nothing. So what can you do, right? So what I did was I wrote about what happened, and then I went back to the hub and I spoke to someone else. I didn't get her in trouble or nothing, you know what I mean? It's probably awkward because she saw me there again, you know what I mean? But that's how I did it. I just went back there and explained my case again. And then the next guy listened, and he then went and got his supervisor. And then the supervisor said, oh, we're going to contact this person, whatever, the department. And then, it took a while, but still, that's how I was successful, despite one person there and just clearly didn't really give a shit, you know? So getting angry, even if you have a right to be angry, isn't going to help you. You have to be smooth. That's my experience, and I think that's the reason why I succeeded. Then, when you're keeping your cool, and even though I'm an energetic person, I wasn't being hostile, then the person wants to help you. Because they can be like, well, yeah, we see here. Because what I did was I showed them, I'm like, yeah, I can use the Uber app as my alibi. And I was showing them. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't in Massachusetts. And so therefore, because I'm being polite, I'm not coming in there with entitlement, they want to help you. And they'll be like, yeah. And then they try to help you, and then you get help. And you just have to be patient. As you know, when I've switched states, they submit the wrong license despite that I've given them the proper license. And then I have to deal with the checker. And they're like, oh, you failed. Well, no, I didn't. You just handed them the wrong license. And that's the reason why they failed me. So then, of course, I have to tell them, oh, yeah, all you have to do is just provide the right license. And eventually they will. It took like 6 weeks of corresponding back and forth with Uber to take care of this. I could have been driving for Uber Eats months ago. You know what I mean? But it took forever for them to just provide the right license, man. Checker was more useful. They were quicker to respond. So it's always a long process. A long process, but eventually I got it. And I guess that's not only just with like Uber, with anybody, you know. When you want to get something fixed, be careful about your tone and how you talk. Attitude. Don't go in there acting like you're a lawyer. And then you get better results. These people are people, man. They see someone coming in there with a freaking attitude, then they just want to fight you back, right? I mean, not physically. Well, maybe, but then they just want to be stubborn. And you're not helping yourself out at all, no matter how right you are. And I was never always a perfect person when it came to, these potatoes are pretty good. Not bad. I was never a perfect person on effective communication. I've learned to be more effective, and I've gotten a lot better results than when I was young. So I learned from experience. I believe these are grilled. I hope they are. I don't eat French fries. You can cheat once in a while. I'm gonna run tonight. I gotta burn some calories, man. The potatoes are good. Just right. Yeah. Kind of slipped up my communication. The last one was good. Most of them are good. No one's perfect. I one time got pissed off in the Amazon warehouse. What happened was, I decided not to Uber to go do an Amazon block. Got in there, then we were sent home. And I was like, I went up to ask the manager about if we're getting paid or not. And she wanted to argue. And she didn't want to listen to what I was saying. And all I was saying is like, well, I got here on time. You know what I mean? I took time out of my schedule to be here on time. Are we going to get paid? Actually, I don't think that was half the issue. I think I was asking if we were going to get in trouble for canceling the block because of it. You know what I mean? She didn't really want to answer, and then she told me to leave. And I thought I was getting, terminated. So I pissed off. Obviously, I didn't get deactivated. They changed it up, though. If they do send you home now, you can, on the app, you can get paid, which is good. But back then, they didn't have that. And I was pissed. Because I just drove to Irvine for nothing. I was waiting for the other foot to drop on that one, and then it never did. And when I learn a lesson, I learn it. You know what I mean? I don't mess around. When I realize I've got a lucky break, I mean, I didn't make a scene. I didn't call names and fucking yell and swear and make threats and shit like that, but these kind of woke companies and stuff, you gotta be careful. It's like, I was at the restaurant, the Heritage place. I already talked about this. I waited patiently, went to get the bag, and he makes like, oh my God. I didn't say anything, but I had some body language, right? Because that was weird. And he's like, oh, you had to say something, right? You had to say something. I'm like, dude, I didn't say nothing. You know, some people are just, you know, that was crazy. I just never take deliveries from there again. No need to act like a stupid ass, you know? I was Instacarting in Foothill Ranch. I got a Ralph's. And this lady makes a total scene about my second cart being over there. I had a little bit of a tone. You know, she upset me. And, you know what I mean? And she's like, meh. And I told her, you should learn how to talk to people. And she's like, no, it's you that's being disrespectful. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're the one making a scene. All you have to do is just go up to me and go be like, hey, I appreciate it if you didn't have your cart here. Instead of making a scene and embarrassing me. You know what I mean? It's stupid. It's the moments when you don't expect it that trick you up, you know what I mean? For the most part, the restaurants are good, man. I rarely have any problems. Because I made this lunch video, partially, you know, I've experimented. I've never advertised my channel on other channels, but I've done that, and I wouldn't do that, but I have donated in the past because, you know, it's like, yeah, it deserves a donation. But then what's also in my mind is like, well, geez, if I make a donation, it's like latent passive advertising, right? People might check out my name, you know what I mean? I was thinking about that. You know, put your money where your mouth is without advertising, just like donate and say nothing. In a way, that's kind of like the sneak-like advertising. That's the furthest I would go. I mean, like, advertise my stuff on other people. You know what I mean? I don't do it. But not that I'm a massive donator. I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. But just shameless plugs, you know? You won't catch me doing that. So, I can understand. It's not good for me to be on someone else's channel and trying to direct attention to myself, right? I mean, you know, the rice here isn't bad. It's pretty good. It's not terrible. So I figured I'd address my experience, and I've talked about my experiences with being deactivated and being reactivated. And I believe what I just said is actually, if I went in there and was like, man, I'm going to call the union on you, dude. You don't get nowhere. You just call security on me and haul my ass out of there. So, there's an effective way to handle it. In general, then people want to help you. I already just said that, but so yeah, I think I've taken care of that. You know what I mean? I mean, I haven't taken care of the money of the stipend. It's just maybe I'll go to the hub. I'll make an appointment and make a hub appointment. Yeah, man, I don't really want to have to do that, but yeah, that'll be what I'll do. You know, take care of business. Take care of business. The money is $613, man. I mean, if it was, I've let money go. It's $5, you know what I mean? But $613. That's a car payment, man. That's a car payment and a half right there. No, and a quarter. Excuse me. So yeah, it's getting my car paid off. So. Yeah, got my cars paid for the month, for next month already. Yeah, I'm making profit now, so I'm pretty psyched about that. I bought a 4Runner 935 Garmin watch, $330, but it tells you what your raise when you're kind of jumping upwards, your vertical oscillation, your length of your cadence, and your cadence. And of course your speed, your heart rate, your VO2 max, and your lactate threshold, man. I freaking love that. It also has a freaking virtual racer, so it'll probably tell you where the next virtual person is so you can race them. That's pretty cool. It will, of course, draw the GPS on the map, what your route was. It connects to Strava. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, man, that's pretty freaking cool. It does swimming, biking, and running. So I mean, man, I'm freaking psyched, dude. It's worth the money. It'll have like 2 weeks of battery life, so it's not a big deal to charge it up every 2 weeks, every week. So yeah, I'm pretty psyched, man. At a VO2 max, I'm psyched about that. I want to know like what my lungs are capable of. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm getting that. I've worn out my sneakers. I have like a hole in the bottom of my sneaker. Doing deliveries. I have different sneakers for different purposes. I have one where I go off trail, and then I have my running sneakers, and then I have my Asics that I wear every day. You know, so. That's how I maximize the wear and tear on my sneaks, you know. So yeah, I'm getting some of those, and so I spent $59, about $400. I spent $700 on tires, so yeah, I've spent $1,100 this month. But I've made the money on top of my bills, so I paid off the credit cards. Got the reward points for it, so staying disciplined still. The watch, the Iron Man watch, I used to always swear by those, and yeah, went downhill, man. The watch didn't last for crap. It's good to read reviews, because I almost got a Timex heart rate monitor one. I guess that one's terrible, so yeah, I went with the Garmin. It's like the Cadillac of that kind of watch, so psyched. It's gonna be good. Yeah. So I'll let you guys go. Thank you.